Brazil is a country of continental proportions. It is the largest among the others in South America. In such an admixed country like this, full of so many beauties, stands out the state of Amazonas, the largest in Brazil, with 1.57 million square kilometers. Here, flora and fauna are part of a natural beauty which draws the attention of naturalists, tourists, and scientists, interested in so many riches. And everything is being preserved, because Amazonas is a sustainable state. The capital houses the Manaus Industrial Complex, with over 500 industries and a revenue of approximately $23.85 billion. For a long time, this economic model was the main bulwark of Amazonas state, but it resulted in an imbalance between the economy of the capital and the other municipalities. In 2013, the GDP of Amazonas state was 83 billion reais. Of these, 76.87% was generated by the capital and 23.13% by the other countryside municipalities. Manaus is the largest city in the north of the country. It is a modern city, at the same time as it retains its living history. The Paris of the tropics, as it used to be called, has everything a great metropolis must have, especially main tourist attractions, such as the São Sebastião Plaza, which houses the Opera House, one of the most beautiful in the world, and a great potential for ecological tourism, such as the meeting of the waters. The city was also one of the host cities of the World Cup and Olympic Games. Manaus has excelled in the worldwide sports scenario, hosting important games, tournaments, and events, such as the qualifying of the Brazilian National Pro of Jiu-Jitsu or Abu Dhabi World Pro competition, in which athletes of Amazonas also stand out. The government of Amazonas believes and invests in sport, aiming at the development of science and technology. The government of the state of Amazonas created the Innovation Law, thus establishing measures to encourage innovation and research in the production environment. In 2011 was also created the State Council for Science, Technology, and Innovation, the CONECT, which proposes guidelines for the formulation of public policies, which are carried out by the Work Development at CPLAN, State Secretariat of Planning and Development. The University of the State of Amazonas, UEA, is one of the higher education and research institutes to empower students for this important economic area. And with the support of the Center for Incubation and Entrepreneurial Development, CIDE, many works have already been developed by companies from the biotechnology, information technology, and electronics sectors. Through FAPIEM, Amazonas State Research Foundation, programs like Technova encourage micro and small enterprises to develop researches and processes of innovative products. Partnerships have been established with national institutes and organizations, such as DOE, Department of Energy Child Development Center, in Washington, United States. And the foundation also encourages students to develop their knowledge with scholarships, such as the RHTI and Pro Engenharias. Thinking of the sustainable future of Amazonas, in 2016 the government launched a development policy, the Economic Environmental Matrix. With it, Amazonas state no longer has to rely exclusively on Manaus Free Trade Zone, and expands the productive activity on a large scale, and respecting the environmental standards, generating jobs and income, as well as quality of life for the interior. With the economic environmental matrix, the natural resources are preserved. At the same time, they generate income for the producers. So the richness of our forest becomes the richness of our people through the encouragement of new economic activities, such as fish farming, fruit growing, mining, phytopharmaceuticals, biocosmetics, ecological tourism, sports fishing, forest products, and water potential. With all these actions, the state of Amazonas is a state of opportunities. Government of the State of Amazonas, the government of the people.